Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. Prostrations to Ramana, shining as the Self in all beings. We begin today's satsang with the prayer by Srimati Sapna Ganesh. This will be followed by the chanting of Muktaka trayam.
दक्षिणामूर्तिसारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमां रमणाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् शुक्लां भरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये आङ्गिकं भुवनं यस्य वाचिकं सर्ववाङ्मयम् आहार्यं चन्द्रतारादि तं नमः सात्विकं शिवम् ॐ नमो भगवते श्रीरमणाय नमो रमण टू एवरीवन
एकमक्षरम् हृदि निरन्तरम् भासते स्वयं लिख्यते कथम् हृदयकुहरमध्ये केवलं ब्रह्ममात्रम् ह्यहम् अहम् इति साक्षात् आत्मरूपेण भाति हृदि विषमनसा स्वं चिन्वता मज्जता वा पवनचलनरोधा आत्मनिष्ठो भवत्वम् देहं मृण्मयवज्जडात्मकम् अहं बुद्धिर्न तस्यास्त्यतो नाहं तत्तदभावसुप्तिसमये सिद्धात्मसद्भावतः कोऽहं भावयुतः कुतो वरधिया दृष्ट्वात्मनिष्ठात्मना सोऽहं स्फूर्तितया अरुणाचलशिवः पूर्णो विभाति स्वयं सोऽहं स्फूर्तितया अरुणाचलशिवः पूर्णो विभाति स्वयं. Namo Ramana. We will now have the chanting of Upadesa Saram by Uma Sripathy.
नमो रमण कर्तुराज्ञया प्राप्यते फलम् कर्म किं परम् कर्म तज्जडम् कृतिमहो दधौ पतनकारणम् फलमशाश्वतम् गतिनिरोधकम् ईश्वरार्पितम् नेच्छया कृतम् चित्तशोधकम् मुक्तिसाधकम् कायवाग्मना कार्यमुत्तमम् पूजनं जपश्चिन्तनं क्रमात् जगत ईषधी युक्तसेवनम् अष्टमूर्तिभृत् देवपूजनम् उत्तमस्तवात् उच्चमन्दत चित्तजं जप ध्यानमुत्तमम् आज्यधारया स्रोतसा समम् सरलचिन्तनम् विरलतः परम् वेदभावनात् सोऽहमित्यसौ भावनाभिदा पावनीमता भावशून्यसद्भावसुस्थिति भावना बलात् भक्तिरुत्तमा हृत्स्थले मना स्वत्तता क्रिया भक्तियोगबोधाश्च निश्चितम्। नमो रमण।
Namo Ramana. We will now have 4 songs which will be presented from the Ramananjali Sangeetam. The first song will be presented by Srimati V. Radha. The second song will be presented by Dr. Prathibha Sundaresh. The third song will be presented by Savitri Krishnan and Jaisriram Krishnan. The fourth song will be presented by Revathi Shankar.
Namo Ramana to all. Today I will be singing a song written by Dr. Sharada. The music is by Sri L. Krishnan. யார் எவரிடம் என்ன சொல்வது ரமணன் ஒருவனே இருக்கையில் யார் எவரிடம் என்ன சொல்வது ரமணன் ஒருவனே இருக்கையில் ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன் ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன் ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன் கிழக்கு எங்கே மேற்கு எங்கே வடக்கு எங்கே தெற்கு எங்கே வழியும் எங்கே வீடு எங்கே எங்கும் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் எங்கெங்கும் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் எங்கெங்கும் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் எங்கெங்கும் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் யார் எவரிடம் என்ன சொல்வது ரமணன் ஒருவனே இருக்கையில் காலை எதுவோ மாலை எதுவோ விழுப்பு எதுவோ தூக்கம் எதுவோ கனவும் எதுவோ நினைவும் எதுவோ எப்போதும் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் கணம் தோறும் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் கணம் தோறும் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் கணம் தோறும் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் யார் எவரிடம் என்ன சொல்வது ரமணன் ஒருவனே இருக்கையில் ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன் ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன் ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன் துளைத்ததெதனை அடைவதெதனை பிரிவதெதனை சேர்வதெதனை தேடி நாடி அடைவதும் யாரோ அனைத்துமாய் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் அனைத்துமாய் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் அனைத்துமாய் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் அனைத்துமாய் ரமணனே இருக்கையில் யார் எவரிடம் என்ன சொல்வது ரமணன் ஒருவனே இருக்கையில் நான் அவன் என்று சொல் சுழலிலே அகப்படாதே பேதை மனமே நான் அவன் என்று சொல் சூழலிலே அகப்படாதே பேதை மனமே. ரமணா எனும் பேரன்பு வெளியிலே ரமணனே ரமணனாயிருக்கையில், ரமணனே ரமணனாயிருக்கையில், ரமணனே ரமணனாயிருக்கையில், ரமணனே ரமணனாயிருக்கையில் யார் எவரிடம் என்ன சொல்வது ரமணன் ஒருவரே இருக்கையில், யார் எவரிடம் என்ன சொல்வது ரமணன் ஒருவரே இருக்கையில், ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன், ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன், ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன், ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன், ரமணன் ஒருவன் ரமணன். நமோ ரமண.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. This is Swami Murugana's composition, selected verses from Upadesa Saram. He says, O Ramana, you arrived as our Guru to rule my entire clan and to grace us by opening your revered mouth to give the ultimate teaching. Praise to you. May your golden feet flourish. May your golden grace flourish. May your golden fame, O Venkata, flourish. When we think of each one being different from each other, duality arises, and this is attachment. Ponder over this, you instructed. Praise be to you. Praise be to my master, who said, when you get the thoughts of I and others, and if you continue to inquire to whom these thoughts arise, the attachment to duality will cease to exist. Having no desire is the virtuous way. Having shown this, you have driven our desires far away, that brings nothing but suffering. Praise be to you. When one sees the self, they would not be able to perceive any other different from self. When one sees only others, they would not be able to see the self. Thus, you explain the power of penance by silently abiding in the self. Praise be to you, who is great, who worship the feet of great Lord Arunachala. You leave all your burdens, worries, and concerns to the all-power Almighty Lord. This is the path to eradicate all your sufferings. That you instructed, praise be to you, O Ramana. You abide in the ocean of the bliss, the self, and emanate your love. You declare that the self is my ultimate true form. Praise be to you. குருவாய் வந்தென் கொடி முழுதாள திருவாய் மலர்ந்தருள் செய்தாய் போற்றி. குருவாய் வந்தென் கொடி முழுதாள திருவாய் மலர்ந்தருள் செய்தாய் போற்றி. பொலிஹனின் பொன்னடி பொலிஹனின் பொன்னருள் பொலிஹ வேங்கடனின் பொற்பொழுதானே. பொலிஹனின் பொன்னடி பொலிஹனின் பொன்னருள் பொலிஹ வேங்கடனின் பொற்பொழுதானே. குருவாய் வந்தென் குடி முழுதாள திருவாய் மலர்ந்தருள் செய்தாய் போற்றி. தொந்த நினைப்பே பந்தம் என்ன சிந்தை கொள்ள தேற்றினை போற்றி. தொந்த நினைப்பே பந்தம் என்ன சிந்தை கொள்ள தேற்றினை போற்றி. நிராசையை நல்ல நெறியென காட்டி துராசையை தூர துரத்தினை போற்றி. துராசையை தூர துரத்தினை போற்றி குருவாய் வந்தன் கொடி முழுதாள திருவாய் மலர்ந்தருள் செய்தாய் போற்றி. தம்மை கண்டார் பிற காணாமை பிறரை கண்டார் தம்மை காணார். தம்மை கண்டார் பிற காணாமை பிறரை கண்டார் தம்மை காணார் என மோன சிறப்பை மோற்ற விளக்கிய மான களசே மாண்பா போற்றி. மோன சிறப்பை மோற்ற விளக்கிய மான களசேர் மாண்பா போற்றி. குருவாய் வந்தென் கொடி முழுதாள திருவாய் மலர்ந்தருள் செய்தாய் போற்றி. எல்லாம் வல்நிறை இடைத்து ஒப்படைத்தும் பொல்லா கவல் போர்க்கென்றாய் போற்றி. எல்லாம் வல்நிறை இடைத்து ஒப்படைத்தும் பொல்லா கவல் போர்க்கென்றாய் போற்றி. அன்பு குறியன ஆன்மஸ்வரூப இன்ப கடலாய் இருந்தாய் போற்றி. அன்பு குறியன ஆன்மஸ்வரூப இன்ப கடலாய் இருந்தாய் போற்றி. குருவாய் வந்தன் கொடி முழுதாள திருவாய் மலர்ந்தருள் செய்தாய் போற்றி. பொலிஹனின் பொன்னடி பொலிஹனின் பொன்னருள் பொலிஹ வெங்கடனின் பொற்பொழுதானே. குருவாய் வந்தன் குடி முழுதாள திருவாய் மலர்ந்தருள் செய்தாய் போற்றி. திருவாய் மலர்ந்தருள் செய்தாய் போற்றி. திருவாய் மலர்ந்தருள் செய்தாய் போற்றி. நமோ ரமணா.
ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ ಗಾಂಭೀರ್ಯದ ಸಿರಿಯೇ. ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ ಗಾಂಭೀರ್ಯದ ಸಿರಿಯೇ. ಪರಮ ಆತ್ಮವೇಜಂ ಬೆಳಕಿನ ಗಿರಿಯೇ. ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ ಕಿರಣ ಚೆಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲವನೋ ಕವಿದದೆ. ಕಿರಣ ಚೆಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲವನೋ ಕವಿದದೆ. ಹೃದಯ ಕಮಲ ದಳವ ತೆರೆವ ಹೃದಯ ಕಮಲ ದಳವ ತೆರೆವ ಸತ್ಯ ಸೂರ್ಯನೇ. ತೆರೆಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಮೆರೆದು ಚಿತ್ರ ಸರಿವ ಪರಿಯಲಿ. ಜನಿಸಿ ಮುಳುಗುತ್ತಿದುದು ವಿಶ್ವ ನಿನ್ನ ಮೈಯಲಿ. ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ ಗಾಂಭೀರ್ಯದ ಸಿರಿಯೇ. ಪರಮ ಆತ್ಮವೇ ಬೆಳಕಿನ ಗಿರಿಯೇ. ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ ತನ್ನ ತರಂಗವನೇ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿ. ತನ್ನ ತರಂಗವನೇ ನಿರೀಕ್ಷಿಸಿ. ನಾನೇನುವುದು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನೇನುವುದು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂದು ಶೋಧಿಸಿ. ನೋಡಲಾದ ನಿನ್ನ ಸೇರುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ಕಾಣಿಸುವುದು ನದಿಯು ಕಡಲ ಕೂಡುತ್ತಿರುವುದು ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ ಗಾಂಭೀರ್ಯದ ಸಿರಿಯೇ ಪರಮ ಆತ್ಮವೇ ಜಂಬೆಳಕಿನ ಗಿರಿಯೇ ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ ಹೃದಯವನೇ ನಿನ್ನ ದಿವ್ಯ ಪದೀರಿಸಿ ಹೃದಯವನೇ ನಿನ್ನ ದಿವ್ಯ ಪದೀರಿಸಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೂಪಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ನೀನೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೂಪಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ನೀನೇ ಇಹುದ ಗುರುತಿಸಿ ಆತ್ಮವೆಂದೇ ಎಲ್ಲವನು ತಿಳಿವ ದೀನಗೆ ಜಯವು ಸಿದ್ಧ ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೆ ಮುಳುಗಿರುವ ಬಗೆ ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ ಗಾಂಭೀರ್ಯದ ಸಿರಿಯೇ ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ ಗಾಂಭೀರ್ಯದ ಸಿರಿಯೇ ಪರಮ ಆತ್ಮವೇ ಬೆಳಕಿನ ಗಿರಿಯೇ ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ ಗಾಂಭೀರ್ಯದ ಸಿರಿಯೇ ಪರಮ ಆತ್ಮವೇ ಬೆಳಕಿನ ಗಿರಿಯೇ ಸುಧೆಯ ಶರದಿಯೇ. ಓಂ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. Bhagavan has brought us into his life. So we search Bhagavan and go to him. It feels that we search and go to him. But he pulls us like the magnet pulls the iron filings. But it feels that the iron filings are running towards the magnet and holding on to it. It's just like that. We have so much of doership that we feel we are holding on to Bhagavan. Is it possible by us to hold on to Bhagavan or to leave him? It is just that he holds us and gives us the feeling that we are holding him. And we say, please Bhagavan, listen to me. Please come to me. And Bhagavan, if you don't come to me, where will I go? If you are in my life, what happens? When I chant your name, all my difficulties just disappear. It feels so peaceful when I chant your name. The name Ramana gives me so much of peace, so much of joy, so much of happiness. And it takes me to your Sannidhi, which is inside my heart, which is shining bright in my heart. The Hridaya Kuhara. You shine there, you sit there and shine bright so that I look at you, so that I get back to you. Every night he gives that experience, but still I give a feeling that I have not seen him. I have not felt that. I have not experienced it. Every night that compassionate personified Ramana gives us that feeling every night in deep sleep. And every moment, whenever before the thought rises and immediately after the thought subsides, there he is shining bright. But I move on to the next thought so fast that I don't even see him. I want to keep watching all the thoughts. I don't even see who is the one who is watching the thought. I feel I am seeing it. It is because of that power, that Ramana, that I can see the world, that I can hear things in the world, that I can taste, I can smell, I can touch, I can do everything. I can even think, I can breathe only because of that power. And again, because I don't see him, I tell Bhagavan, please take care of me. Hold my hands and take with yourself. Hold my hand, Bhagavan. Give me your that state, the ultimate state of truth to me by holding my hand. Don't leave me and go away, Bhagavan. But even this prayer, only Bhagavan makes us say. That is what Radha auntie said. Yaar yavaridam enna solvadu, Radha ma'am said. Sang today, which Dr. Sharda has written. Ramanan oruvane irukkail, he alone is. There is no direction, no time, no lost feeling, no gain feeling, nothing at all. There is only Ramana. And if we realize that, that is the state which he gives us. Realizing that Ramana only alone is our sadhana. This song is written by Muruganar Swami. The Telugu translation is by J.H.P. Acharya. The music is for this song is by Vijay Bhaskar. Ramana mana vivinuma kadalirara o Ramana. Ramana mana vivinuma kadalirara o Ramana. దీనుడేను నా తండ్రి జ్ఞాన భిక్షా నీవయ్యా చరణ కమలము నమ్మితిని. దీనుడీవు నా తండ్రి, దీనుడేను నా తండ్రి జ్ఞాన భిక్షా నీవయ్యా చరణ కమలము నమ్మితిని. రమణ మన వివినుమా కదలిరారా ఓ రమణ. రమణ నామా జపములు చేయ ఎంతో నెమ్మది. కోరి కోరి చేరితి నిన్ను ఒసగుమా సద్గతి. రమణ నామ జపములు చేయ ఎంతో నెమ్మది. కోరి కోరి చేరితి నిన్ను ఒసగుమా సద్గతి. హరిరే నిత్య సత్యము నీది సన్నిధి మా పెన్నిది. హరిరే నిత్య సత్యము నీది సన్నిధి నా పెన్నిది. శాంతి ప్రదాత గుణనిధి రమణ కరుణావారిధి. శాంతి ప్రదాత గుణనిధి రమణ కరుణావారిధి. రమణ మన వివినుమా కదలిరారా ఓ రమణ. రమణ మన వివినుమా కదలిరారా ఓ రమణ. నిన్ను నేను గొలిచెద స్వామి రమణ పాహిమా. శాంతి లేక సౌఖ్యము లేదు రమణ పాహిమా. నిన్ను నేను గొలిచెద స్వామి రమణ పాహిమా. శాంతి లేక సౌఖ్యము లేదు రమణా పాహి మాం. నీవు తప్ప ఇతరము లేదు నీ చరణము భద్రము. నీవు తప్ప ఇతరము లేదు నీ చరణము భద్రము. రక్షకుడివే కవచము నీవే రమణా కావరా. రక్షకుడివే కవచము నీవే రమణా కావరా. రమణ మనవి వినుమా కదలిరారా ఓ రమణ. దీనుడేను నా తండ్రి జ్ఞానభిక్షా నీవయ్యా. చరణ కమలము నమ్మితిని రమణ మనవి వినుమా కదలిరారా ఓ రమణ. కదలిరారా ఓ రమణ. కదలిరారా ఓ రమణ. More Ramana. We will now have the reading and sharing from the book Ramana's Muruganar by Sri Nandakumarji.
Namo Ramana. In this, the book reading segment of our satsang, we continue to read from Ramana's Muruganar, birth centenary offering from Ramana Maharshi Center for Learning by our founder president, Sri A.R. Natarajanji. We are in the article contributed by Dr. T.N. Pranatarthiharan. The article is entitled Ramana Puranam, obviously about Muruganar's writing of it in the Sannidhi Murai. We are through to the various references Muruganar has made about Bhagavan and how those references bring us to the very presence of Bhagavan. Ramana, we know then, by making us listen to the glories of his master, the poet simply takes one to the presence of Sri Ramana. Some of the qualities enumerated are as follows. Even as we read, the author is saying, Muruganar transports us or makes us feel the presence of Bhagavan. Like a top, he tosses all individuals with the nose, but remains aloof as space, the wonder. This Arunesha brings to a halt the devotee's chariot of endless births that runs with wheels astray. The devotees may live well. He blesses as Akashavani. By his omnipresence, he is providence to those devoid of ego. Bhagavan himself is the providence for those who are devoid of the ego. From here we continue. He does not feel ashamed in losing to friends. We saw that a bit about Mudaliar Party losing to Muruganar many a time. On devotees without materialism, he bestows Upanishadic life. We will find some quality in the devotee is also mentioned, but what Bhagavan gives is also mentioned. On devotees without materialism, he bestows the Upanishadic life. 7. In the hearts of those devoid of Dvaita, he dances blissfully as Advaita. In the hearts of those devoid of Dvaita, he dances blissfully as Advaita. He is the Mauna Upashanta, dancing in the egoless hearts. Bhagavan is the Mauna Upashanta, dancing in egoless hearts. With natural, all-pervasive Mauna as the overflowing plenitude, he drowns us in the sea of bliss. With natural, all-pervasive Mauna as the overflowing plenitude, he drowns us in the sea of bliss. The light which removes amazingly the triputi of individuality. The light which removes amazingly the triputi of individuality. His Swarupa is light attained by negation of the non-self. Bhagavan's Swarupa is light attained by the negation of the non-self. A void to the senses of the ignorant, he is plenitude to the realized. He is a void to the senses of the ignorant. He himself is the plenitude to the realized. All the best books are but a preface to his book of Mauna. All the best books are but a preface to his book of Mauna. The brilliant conscious sleep, he is the true Turiya space in the heart. The brilliant conscious sleep, the Jagrat Sushupti, he is the true Turiya space in the heart. The temple to Jnana Nishta, he is the unmoving truth of Advaita. Bhagavan, the temple to Jnana Nishta, he is the unmoving truth of Advaita. As Sadguru, he gives a word as Upadesha. Bhagavan gives but a word, Iru, to Tinai Swamigal, and he is realized, he gets realized. And to us, just the eye, trace or still, trace the source of the eye or still the eye. Just one word, he completes the Upadesham. Ramana and Muruganar. Ramana Puranam springs from the Advaitic relationship of Muruganar with Ramana. Advaitic in what sense? The author is going to tell us. Hence, this relationship occupies the most important place here. The author contrasts his lowliness with the greatness of his master. So that means Muruganar vanishes. The Advaita is that Bhagavan alone is there. He celebrates as elsewhere the grace of Sri Ramana who possessed him. He frequently compares himself to a dog. Muruganar, he frequently compares himself to a dog. The experience he got in the presence of Sri Ramana is spoken of highly in various ways. As a result, his speech is reduced to mauna, his old vasanas destroyed, his karmas erased, his ego is destroyed. Whoever comes to Bhagavan, these are the things that are going to happen. What are the things? As a result of coming to Bhagavan, his speech is reduced to mauna. His old vasanas destroyed. His karmas are erased. His ego is destroyed. There is a verse selection. My ego, which dances like a doll on a gopuram, is rooted out without a trace. Hail his feet. Usually the ego is dancing like the doll on a gopuram. But then even such a one is defeated and rooted out by Bhagavan. Not only are his inner and outer adjuncts destroyed, but Sri Ramana has become both to him. Not only his inner upadhis and the outer senses have been completely destroyed, but then they are all replaced by Bhagavan. It is all, so whatever he perceives inside and outside is only Ramana. Surrender of Muruganar is total and complete. Thereby, Ramana has saved him from death. This is like Shiva's act of saving Markandeya. These are the special traits mentioned by the poet. How Bhagavan totally saved and the surrender becomes complete. When the surrender is complete, the devotee becomes unmoving. Unmoving in the sense, no more birth. So, no more fear of death. In complete surrender, the non-movement or stillness is bestowed on the devotee and the cycle of births and deaths is crossed. Shiva Ramana. Ramana Sadguru is considered as Lord Shiva because of possession. Guruve ena taduttatkonda Shiva. Guruve ena taduttatkonda Shiva. He comes as Guru completely changes the direction in which we are going. Obviously, we are running in exactly the wrong direction to the one we should be. And as Guru, he completely blocks our wrong direction and turns us around. Third thought kullal, it is said. Later on, we'll be able to realize, as Revathi was saying, that even our own efforts, what we were calling as our efforts, is actually Bhagavan's grace that has turned us around. But at the time of making sadhana, Bhagavan says, since you are making other efforts, you have to make efforts to hold me. But later we will realize that it is all the third thought kullal of the Guru. Ramana Puranam calls Ramana Shiva Ramana, Sadashiva, Achala Siddha, Parashiva. It is Ramana who came out as Lingodbhava Murti in Margari Tiruvadirai. The Margari Tiruvadirai Lingodbhava Murti is, of course, that light, column of light, which stands between the egos of Brahma and Vishnu and makes them Pakwa. So here the comparison is that Shiva is Ramana only. The traits of Lord Shiva are equated with those of Ramana. The following are found in the text. In Ramana Puranam, you will find the transformation of jackals into horses. This is in the life of Manika Vachakar, where as minister, he has been given money to buy some horses, and he spends it on the renovation of a temple. And he doesn't have any money to buy the horses. So when he comes back, he is going to be punished by the king. To avoid that, what Shiva does, he converts all the jackals in the forest into horses and brings them to the wherever the horses are kept. And overnight, they all reconvert into jackals and run away. And that event is said, this event is to save the devotee. That event, the reconversion into jackals, is to test his bhakti, is how the Tiruvalliyadal is taken. And it is attributed to Ramana. In Muruganar, Ramana is all the deities who ever have been, because he is the self, and as the self, it is the self that is beyond time and has manifested as all the great avatars. The traits of Lord Shiva are equated with those of Ramana. The following are found in the text. The transformation of jackals into horses, carrying mud for pit, being beaten on the back by the Pandya king, calling Manivachakar to the Ambalam, writing with his own hands the works Tiruvachakam and Tirukovayar. Manikavachakar was supposed to be not had the habit of writing down. Only everything was in memory. And then one day he is approached by a Brahmin-looking person who says, do you remember all those songs you have composed? Why not? I remember from top to bottom this. Why don't you tell and I will write down? And the Brahmin takes down all that. The next morning, when the Archakars open the temple, they find the Tiruvachakam in front of the Lingam, signed Tiruchitrambalam. So that is how he himself came and extracted the Tiruvachakam and Tirukovayar from Manikavachakar, eating poison, being born in Tiruchuri, burning of Tripura, worshipping the feet of Parashakti. All this is attributed to Ramana. There is no wonder in Muruganar, because Muruganar himself being Jnani that he is, he identifies that one eye with everything in creation. That one eye is everything in creation, and obviously that eye is all the great ones who have uplifted humanity, protected Dharma from time to time by taking avatar. Besides the words Paraparam, Tatparam, Tatparam, and Paramanma are also used to denote Ramana. In Ramana Puranam, all these are used. The Shiva's names, Shiva's traits, even the words Paratparam, Tatparam, and Paramanma are used to denote Ramana. the path of Ramana. The holy Sannidhi of Ramana is unique in many respects. Ego, which is the root cause of various births, is rooted out in it. What is the primary task? It is the rooting out of the root problem, which is the ego. Muruganar chides the ego as the false parichinna, waste ego. One should constantly watch its source. So the author is bringing out that portion of Muruganar Ramana Purana, where the teachings of Bhagavan are given, and the author joining Muruganar is guiding us to hold these as treasure of Bhagavan's teachings. What is the treasure he is sharing through Muruganar? That one should constantly watch the source of the ego. By searching for the source without thought, the ego dies in the heart. By searching for the source without thought, the ego dies in the heart. If it does so, it will not spring forth again. Vedanta advocates the method of erasing thoughts one by one. Bhagavan advocates going to the source of the I without thought, there the ego dies. Vedanta has already advocated neti neti. What about that? Vedanta advocates the method of erasing thoughts one by one. Muruganar accepts this also. By the method of negation, when all thoughts die, by method of negation, when all thoughts die, you shine as light, O Ramana. When all thoughts die, the self alone remains. That is Ramana Swarupa, says the poet. When all thoughts die, the self alone remains. That is Ramana Swarupa, says the poet. Swaswarupa, Ramana Swarupa become identical when all thoughts, including the ego, die. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ram. Namo Namo.
Moram uncle. And I request Nandakumarji only to give us the self-enquiry session for today, since Dilip sir is not there. Thank you, uncle.
Namo Bhagavate Shri Ram. Namo Ramana. Before we commence the practice of self-enquiry, let's take a verse at random from Muruganar's Revathi Kove. Verse number 240. This is from the segment Investigation into Truth. Kaya Siddhi, Vairagya, non-attachment, that is the subsegment 240. It is impossible to part company with even a devil once one has befriended it. So it is said, Vairagya, you who deliver me up to liberation, ensuring that no painful affliction touches me in any birth. You who are such a beneficial virtue, if it should happen that I lose my privilege of intimate friendship with you, that would be more disastrous than incurring the enmity of many. Here the verse is addressing Vairagya. And it is saying it is impossible to part company even with a devil once one has befriended it. So it is said, Vairagya, who deliver me up to liberation, ensuring that no painful affliction touches me in any birth. You who are such a beneficial virtue, if it should happen that I lose my privilege of intimate friendship with you, that would be more disastrous than incurring the enmity of many. If we get attached, then even if that be obviously a devil, obviously a very bad person also, forget about good people. Once we develop close friendship, it is very difficult to get rid of that attachment, says Muruganar. That's why he says, befriend Vairagya. That you cannot touch anything Anniyam, because Bhagavan is not Anniyam to us. This is something which we can catch hold of. That how to recognize that we are with the truth of the Guru or truth of oneself is that the Guru can never be the other. He has to be found within ourselves as the self of ourself. He can never be the other. This is the clue we have to hold. The moment the other arises, we should have the Vairagya to put it. Whoever that may be, we should have the Vairagya to put that aside. That this cannot be the friend that Bhagavan is giving us. The friend that Bhagavan is giving us is the self of ourself. Anything alien, we should have the ability, the detachment to let it go. Especially the attachment with the body. The attachment with the body is called as identity. Now, this is the mother of all attachments. Other attachments are called attachment. You like him, you have unnecessarily got attached to that person, we say. But then to the body, we don't say you are attached to the body. How do we do the Vyavahara? We say that we are the body. I am so and so. I am the manager. I am the father. So with the title and with the body, whether Sukshma Sharira or the Stula Sharira, it's not attachment. It is the mother of all attachment. It's called identity. How can you get rid of this? Only by Vairagya. And how to unravel the ego? Only by Vairagya. Whenever, what is Vairagya? Bhagavan defines Vairagya. As soon as a thought arises, at its very, very nascent beginning point itself, it should be crushed out by enquiry. For whom is this thought? It should not be allowed to flower, develop into a whole set of thoughts. Right as it begins, that he says requires tremendous Vairagya. But then, that is what is required, because Bhagavan's nature cannot be that of a thought. Thought is alien to the thinker. Whereas Bhagavan can never be alien to thinker. As soon as a thought arises, in its germ state itself, be attentive, be diligent. As Muruganar says, you have to be watchful as to the source of the thought. And with great Vairagya, let it go by asking, for whom is this thought? You will not let it go just like that. Only by asking, for whom is this thought, will you let go of that thought. The answer will always be, this thought is for me. And with who am I? You return to the source. And that is Vairagya that is required. As each thought arises, without giving room to even a little bit of dallying with that thought, one should crush it out by asking, for whom is this? Let it be any thought. In the gross world, that might be the thought of the dearest thing. All that is attachment. And when it comes in the thought form, we should just understand that is the other than the self. So it should be diligently inquired, for whom? For me, who am I? From Hari down to every other Jiva, Bhagavan is present within the I. So therefore, if you have to discover and be one with the peaceful Ramana, with the blissful Ramana, we have to have the friendship with Vairagya. And whatever may be the thought that arises, diligently inquire, for whom is this thought? Thought is for me. Crush that thought right at the beginning and turn towards the source of the I, the truth of the I. One is assured that his Vairagya will take us to Bhagavan. The truth of Bhagavan will be waiting there for us as the ever thought-free consciousness, which is not divided as self and non-self, which is self-luminous, not illumined by another thinker. A thought is illumined by a thinker apart from it, whereas the self is self-luminous. Till then, but to keep the vairagya, crush out all alien thoughts and hold the eye, inquire into its truth. For the next 10 minutes or so, let us sit in Atmauchara. You can set the time for us. Namo Ramana.
Namo Ramana, Uncle. We will now have the sharing of Atma Bodham by Sri Venkatesh Deshpande sir.
Oh. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jnanamulam Gurur Murti, Pujamulam Gurur Padam, Mantramulam Gurur Vakyam, Mokshamulam Gurur Prabha, Mokshamulam Gurur Prabha. Namo Ramana. For Bhagavan's immense grace, we continue to do Manana on Atma Bodha. In our last satsang, we had done Manana on verse number 54. We'll do a short recap of that. Realize that to be Brahman, beyond the attainment of which there is no greater attainment, beyond whose bliss there is no greater bliss, and beyond whose knowledge there is no greater knowledge. You reach the state of realization when you cast off the conditionings of your material equipments and become one with the transcendental reality. The reality lies beyond the limitations of the human experiences. It eludes any direct description. Hence, a special technique known as Tatastha Lakshana is employed to indicate the reality, a method by which an unknown permanent object is pointed out by means of a known impermanent object. For example, in a row of identical houses, a particular house is pointed out by drawing your attention to a bird perched on its roof. The bird is impermanent, but helps you to identify the house. Having understood the nature of the permanent through the medium of an impermanent factor, the latter is of no significance thereafter. This technique is used here to point out the unknown reality in terms of the known experiences of the body, mind, and intellect. Self-realization is described as a state of absolute fulfillment of the three personalities of the human being. Self-realization, when you attain the state of absolute knowledge, the state of self-realization is therefore described as beyond the farthest limit that you can reach through your material equipment. It is a state of absolute fulfillment beyond which there is no greater experience. We'll continue to do Manana on verse number 55, and I request Sapna to kindly chant that for us today.
Yes, sir. Namo Ramana. Yadrushva na param drishyam yadbhutva na punarbhavaha yajñātvā na param jñēyam tad brahmyetyavadhārayet yadrushva na param drishyam yadbhutva na punarbhavaha यज्ञात्वा नापरं ज्ञेयं तद्ब्रह्मेत्यवधारयेत्. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sapna. Realize that to be Brahman, having seen which there is nothing else to be seen, having become which there is no rebirth, and having known which there is nothing else to be known. The preceding verse declares that self-realization is the state of absolute perfection beyond the farthest limit of human experience, while this verse takes a step further in negating the possibility of existence of any other state beyond it. The declaration contained in these two verses is like stating that a particular degree in a university is not only the highest one could obtain, but there is no other degree anywhere else in the world that is higher than it. I read that statement again. The declaration contained in these two verses is like stating that a particular degree in a university is not only the highest one could obtain, but there is no other degree anywhere else in the world that is higher than it. Drishyam literally means that which is seen, but it is meant to include all the activities of the gross body through the medium of perception and action. On realizing the Atman, you reach the highest experience. There is nothing more that the gross body can acquire from the objects of the world. The second description deals with the knowledge achieved by the subtle body. The mind and the intellect equipment is constantly engaged in the acquisition of knowledge. It seems to be an endless pursuit, like reaching the horizon. But on realization of Brahman, you gain the pure, absolute knowledge, the culmination of all knowledge. This supreme knowledge is the highest beyond which nothing remains to be known. The third description refers to the causal body. As long as the causal body exists, your vasanas cause your reincarnation time and again. Vasanas are like seeds germinating. Realization of Brahman marks the destruction of all vasanas and consequent cessation of further reincarnation. Realization of Brahman marks the destruction of all vasanas and consequent cessation of further reincarnation. Namo Ramana.
Namo Ramana uncle. We will now have the sharing of Ramanacentre by Sri Ujwal Jagadeesh.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. In this part of the satsang, we have been meditating on the verses of Ramanacentre, the verses in praise of Bhagavan Ramana written by Ganapati Muni, and we are almost coming to the end of our meditation on these beautiful verses. To summarize the 39th and the 40th verses, Ganapati Muni sings like this. Tadbhagadeyamasamaanamouni Tadbhagadeyamasamaanamouni Vasarjitam kshitibhrita kalulohitasya Angi chakara bhagavan ramano maharshi Ranyeshu sastu yadimam bahusustaleshu Ramanam kurum namami Ramanam kurum namami शान्तिर्नितान्तमधिका परमास्य शक्ति वैराग्यमद्भुततमं करुणा तु सान्द्र ज्ञानं निरस्तकुहनं मधुरं च वृत्तं नृणां निदर्शनमयं रमणो महर्षि रमणं गुरुं नमामि रमणं गुरुं नमामि ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯ ಪಡೆದಿಹುದು ಸರಿಸಾಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಮುನಿವರರು ವಾಸಿಸುವ ಕೆಂಪಾದಗಿರಿಯು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಲೆಸಿಹರು ಭಗವಾನ್ ರಮಣ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳು ಇತರ ಅನೇಕ ಪುಣ್ಯ ಸ್ಥಳಗಳಿದ್ದರು ರಮಣ ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ನಮನ ರಮಣ ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ನಮನ ಅಪೂರ್ವ ಶಾಂತಿ ಅಪರಿಮಿತ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಅದ್ಭುತ ವಿರಕ್ತಿ ಅಗಾಧ ಕರುಣಾ ಕಪಟವಿಲ್ಲದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಮಧುರ ನಡತೆಯೂ ಆದರ್ಶರಿವರು ಮನುಜರಿಗೆ ರಮಣ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳು ರಮಣ ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ನಮನ ರಮಣ ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ನಮನ ರಮಣ ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ನಮನ ರಮಣ ಗುರುವಿಗೆ ನಮನ ನಾರಸಿಂಹೇರ್ ಗಣಪತಿ ವಾಸಿಷ್ಠೋ ರಮಣಂ ಗುರುಂ ಚತ್ವಾರಿಂಶನ್ಮಿತೈರ್ಪದ್ಯೈಃ ಸ್ಕಂದಾಂಶಂ ಸ್ತುತವಾನ್ ಋಷಿಂ ನಾರಸಿಂಹನ ಸುತ ವಸಿಷ್ಠ ಗಣಪತಿಯು ನರಸಿಂಹನ ಸುತ ವಸಿಷ್ಠ ಗಣಪತಿಯು ರಚಿಸಿರುವ 40 ಪದ್ಯಗಳು ಸ್ಕಂದಾಂಶ ಗುರು ರಮಣ ಋಷಿಯ ಸ್ತುತಿಗಳು. Ganapati Muni has been singing the glory, the praise of Ramana, and he says, among all the Tirtha Kshetras, there's so much of sacred Kshetras in India, Ramana has chosen the Arunachala. And what is Arunachala? Arunachala me aham. And out of all the sacred places in this body, we may say the Bhru Madhya, the left side of the heart where the physical heart pumps the blood, or the hands or the legs which makes us move and do all the work. Among all these Tirtha Kshetras, Ramana has chosen our spiritual heart as his abode. Ramana is none other than the self. And Gita-charya Krishna says, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva Bhuta Shrayastitaha. I am residing in all Bhutas as the Atma, as the self. And Ramana says, Hridaya Kuhara Madhye Kevalam Brahma Matram. Aham 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 Iti Sakshat Atma Rupena Bhati. Ramana is shining within us as the pure consciousness, as the spurana, aham, 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 aham. So making this heart much more auspicious. So it is the sacred place among all the sacred places in the earth. The most sacred is our own heart, which is Arunachala, where Ramana is residing. And he is the Guru within, and he is the Guru outside. When I think it was Kannaji who came and asked Bhagavan, please tell me that you are my Guru. Please give me a proof that you are my Guru. And he was insistent so that Bhagavan confirms that Ramana is his Guru. And Bhagavan was kept on telling him, the Guru is everywhere, the Guru is within, and Guru at the right time will guide us in the right way. So he was telling this, but Kannaji was not taking this. He was adamant that Bhagavan should confirm that he is his Guru. So Bhagavan told, oh, the outer Guru is telling that the Guru is within. So confirming him that the outer Guru, Bhagavan, is telling us that the Guru is within. So to remind us that Guru, Ramana, whom we see that beautiful form, the beautiful photos and the vigraha that we enjoy, that Guru is telling us that the Guru is within. To remind us that Ramana has come to the heart to make it very, very auspicious. And what is the nature of this self? The nature of the self is, it is full of peace, apurva shanti, and it is full of power. While talking to children, we usually tell that we are breathing all the time, the heart is beating all the time, the brain is working and doing all its activities, and the stomach is digesting the food, and the kidneys are excreting the waste from the body. All these are taken care by the divine power, the God's power within. That God's power is so powerful that it never feels, the power does not say, I'm very, very tired of breathing, I want to take a 5 minutes break, or I'm very, very tired of beating the heart and I need to take a day's rest. It never tells like that. It is constantly, joyously working and doing its job. So that power is all powerful. But when we feel that I am doing this work, I am writing something or I am reading something, we get tired very, very easily. So when we get connected to that God's power, when we understand that we are not doing anything, the divine power within is making us do everything, then we are filled with this apara agada shakti, which will take care of everything. When that little doership within us is dropped, then the divine, which is all powerful, becomes very, very evident, and naturally all works get done happily and successfully. Such is that power of the self, and it is full of virakti. What is there to desire for the self? Because everything is included in the self. It does not have any desire. It is the great renunciate, and it is full of karuna. Karuna, because the self, we don't even turn towards the divine power within. When we are enjoying the pleasures of the world, we don't even remember it. And we take every situation, every time when we have to blame for something wrong, we will blame that divine. We say, all because of this supreme power, but it does not have any intelligence. We are all suffering here. We are ready to blame that supreme power, which is all intelligent. But it is full of karuna. It is ever available. Even if we scold that God, the divine power within, it does not go anywhere. It is ever shining within our heart. And it gives us that jnana, which is very, very pure, which does not have any alloy of any other emotions like fear or anxiety. It is full of bliss. The Guru within is telling us the happiness is your own true nature. You are searching in the wrong place in the world. It is ever available here. Come and abide in the self and rejoice. That happiness which is your own true nature. And Ramana, who is the Guru, is an example for all of us, because he is full of, although he is a great Supreme himself who has come in that human form, he was so natural. Even the children could play with him, even the animals and the birds felt very, very that great union, the great joy of being in his company. So he was full of that sweetness, madhuram cha vrittam, and he is the example for all of us. One of the devotees asked me, what is the use of staring at Bhagwan's photographs? I feel that when we see Bhagwan's photograph, it is full of karuna. When we see those eyes, it is so full of karuna. He does not see all our lakunas, all our shortcomings, but he sees directly into our heart, which is his own presence within. And he is reminding us and inspiring us, turn within, here and now. The self is ever available. The Ramana is ever available as the beloved in our heart. He is waiting for us with his hand stretched. It is we who have to turn within with melting love. And when we go deep into the heart cave, there he is shining as the pure consciousness. He is the Arunachala Ramana. To that Arunachala Ramana, we offer our salutations, says Ganapati Muni. And in the Upasamhara Shloka, the concluding verse, Ganapati Muni says, I who is born out of Narasimha, so I am Narasimha. The one who was born for Vasudeva is called Vasudeva. So Ganapati Muni says, I am the son of Narasimha, I am Narasimha, and I am from the clan of Vasishta. So his name is Vasishta Kavyakanta Ganapati Muni. And he has written these 40 verses on his master, Guru Ramana, who is a great seer, who is a great rishi, and who is the incarnation of Skanda or Subramanya. Subramanya is the Guru Tattva of Shiva. He is called Shiva Guru because he gave Upadesha to Shiva himself. That same Shiva Guru Skanda has come in the human form. And this verses, these praises of Ramana as Skanda has been written by Vasishta Ganapati Muni. What is the greatness about Vasishta? We all know Vasishta was the Raja Guru of Dasharatha and the Rama's family. When Vishwamitra Maharshi comes to Dasharatha and he says, "Oh Dasharatha, I have come with a request and I hope that you will surely fulfill the request." And Dasharatha agrees to it. Yes, whatever you want, I will be at your service, he says, and promises Vishwamitra Maharshi. And Vishwamitra Maharshi says, I am doing this yagna. And every time I am doing yagna, these two demons, Maricha and Subahu, are coming and disturbing the penance, are disturbing the sacrifice, the yagna. So I need your son Rama to come with me and to protect my yagna. And when he requested this, Dasharatha did not know what to say. King Dasharatha told, "Oh Vishwamitra Rishi, my son is a small boy, he doesn't even know anything. You can take me, I will bring my whole army and we will protect your yagna. Please, I'm not in a position to send my little dear son Rama with you to take care of the yagna." So Vishwamitra says, "Oh Dasharatha, I know who is Rama. Aham Vedmi. I know. You think he is your son. But I know he is not your son. He is the father of the whole universe. You think his place is in this palace, this house of yours. This is your place. This is his place. But I know, Aham Vedmi, his house is the hearts of all the yogis. You think that Rama is only here to give you and your wife's happiness, but he is the one who revels in the heart of all the rishis, and all the rishis revel in him. That's why he's called Rama. Aham Vedmi, I know him." So he gives various description, which is beautifully described by G. Kameshwar Mama in his talks on Ramayana. And at the end he says, "Aham Vedmi, I know who is Rama." And also Vasishta knows. Vasishta knows who is this Rama. He is not an ordinary human being or an ordinary boy. He is the supreme self, Aham Atma. He is the Atma. He is the Lord Narayana. He is the all-pervading Vishnu who has come in that form of Rama. So Vasishta knows And when Dasharatha asks Vasishta, "Oh, Rajaguru, please tell me what action should I take?" Vasishta assures that Rama will go and be successful in that work, and he will also bring good to the story which is going to unfold through Ramayana. So he assures Dasharatha and sends Rama to save that yagna of Vishwamitra. So in the same way how Vasishta knew who is Rama, Vasishta Ganapati Muni knew who was Ramana. He says in one of his earlier verses, "Oh, Ramana, who is the embodiment of Subramanya, you may trick the Mugdha Nayana, the innocent eyes of the people of the world, but you cannot trick me because I am your own brother Ganapati." So Vasishta Ganapati knew who was Ramana, and knowing his true Swarupa, he has given us these beautiful 40 verses where we can meditate, and each one of these verses take us back to that Atma Swarupa Ramana and makes us abide in that Atma Swarupa. With this, we conclude the meditation of Ramana Chatvarimshat. Sarvam Ramanarpanamastu. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya.
Namo Ramana. We will now have the chanting of Aksharamanamalai by Srimati V. Radha.
Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala. சோம்பியாய் சும்மா சுகமுண்டுறங்கிடர் சொல்வேரென் கதி அருணாச்சலம். சௌரியம் காட்டினை சழக்கற்றதென்றே சலியாதிருந்தாய் அருணாச்சலம். நமலியற் கேடா நான் என்னுறுதியல் நாடி நின்னுருவேன் அருணாச்சலம். ஞானம் இல்லாதுன்னாசையற்றழவர ஞானம் தெரித்தருள் அருணாச்சலம். நிமிரு பொனியும் மலர்ந்தில்லை என்றே நேர் நின்றனையன் அருணாச்சலம். தத்துவம் தெரியாத தனை ஊற்றாய் தத்துவம் இதுவென் அருணாச்சலம். தானே தானே தத்துவமிதனை தானே காட்டுவாய் அருணாச்சலம். திரும்பி அகந்தனை தினமாக கண்காண் தெரியும் என்றனையன் அருணாச்சலம். தீரமில்லகத்தில் தேடி உந்தனையான் திரும்ப உற்றேன் அருள் அருணாச்சலம். துப்பறிவில்லாயிப்பிறப்பெண் பயன் ஒப்பிடவாயேன் அருணாச்சலம். தூய்மன மொழியர் தோயும் உண்மையகம் தோயவே அருளென் அருணாச்சலம். தெய்வம் என்றுன்னை சாரவே என்னை சேர ஒழித்தாய் அருணாச்சலம். அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல. 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 அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல. அருணாச்சல சிவ அருணாச்சல. அருணாச்சலம் வாழி அன்பர்களும் வாழி அக்ஷரமணமாலை வாழி. நமோ ரமண.
Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. Namo Ramana. We will conclude today's satsang with the Ashtottara puja to Bhagavan. The puja will be done at Maharshi Center for Learning's Meditation Hall by Ujwal Jagadeesh. The Ashtottaram will be chanted by Vaibhavji, Prarthana and Uma Sripathy. We will conclude today's satsang with the Arati to Bhagavan by Prathibha Sundaresh. Om Namo Bhagavate Sri Ramanaya. Namo Ramana.
नमो रमण भारद्वाज विश्वनाथ विरचितं श्रीरमणाष्टोत्तर शतनामावलिः अपार सच्चित् सुखवारिराशि यस्योर्विमात्रं भुवनं समस्तं गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि ॐ महासेन महोंसेन जाताय नमः ॐ श्रीरमणाय नमः ॐ गुरवे नमः ॐ अखण्ड संविदाकाराय नमः ॐ महौजसे नमः ॐ कारणोद्भवाय नमः ॐ जगद्धितावताराय नमः ॐ श्रीभूमिनाथस्थलोस्थिताय नमः ॐ पराशरकुलोत्तंसाय नमः ॐ सुन्दराय तत्त्वफलाय नमः ॐ कमनीय सुचारित्राय नमः ॐ सहायाम्बा सहायवते नमः ॐ शोणाचलमहोलीन मानसाय नमः ॐ स्वर्णहस्तकाय नमः ॐ श्रीमद्द्वादशान्तमहास्थले लब्धविद्योदयाय नमः ॐ महाशक्तिनिपातेन प्रबुद्धाय नमः ॐ परमार्थविदे नमः ॐ तीव्राय नमः ॐ पितृपदान्वेषिणे नमः ॐ इन्दुमौलिना पितृमते नमः ॐ पितुरादेशतः शोर्णशैलं प्राप्ताय नमः ॐ तपोमयाय नमः ॐ उदासीनाय नमः ॐ महायोगिने नमः ॐ महोत्साहाय नमः ॐ कुशाग्रदिये नमः ॐ शान्तसङ्कल्पसंभ्रमाय नमः ॐ सुसन्द्रशे नमः ॐ सवित्रे नमः ॐ स्थिराय नमः ॐ तपक्षपितसर्वाङ्गाय नमः ॐ पुल्लाम्बुजविलोचनाय नमः ॐ चन्द्रिकासितहास श्रीमण्डितानन्दमण्डलाय नमः ॐ चूतवाट्यां समासीनाय नमः ॐ चूर्णिताखिलविभ्रमाय नमः ॐ वेदवेदान्ततत्त्वज्ञाय नमः ॐ चिन्मुद्रिणे नमः ॐ त्रिगुणातिगाय नमः ॐ विरूपाक्षगुहावासाय नमः ॐ विराजदचलाकृतये नमः ॐ उद्दीप्तनयनाय नमः ॐ पूर्णाय नमः ॐ रचिताचलताण्डवाय नमः ॐ गम्भीराय नमः ॐ परमाचार्याय नमः ॐ सुप्रसन्नाय नमः ॐ अभयप्रदाय नमः ॐ दक्षिणास्यनिधाय नमः ॐ धीराय नमः ॐ दक्षिणाभिमुखाय नमः ॐ स्वराजे नमः ॐ महर्षये नमः ॐ भगवते नमः ॐ ईव्याय नमः
ॐ भूमविद्याविशारदाय नमः ॐ विमलाय नमः ॐ दीर्घदर्शिने नमः ॐ आप्ताय नमः ॐ ऋजुमार्गप्रदर्शकाय नमः ॐ समदृशे नमः ॐ सत्यदृशे नमः ॐ सत्याय नमः ॐ प्रशान्ताय नमः ॐ अमितविक्रमाय नमः ॐ सुकुमाराय नमः ॐ सदानन्दाय नमः ॐ मृदुभाषिणे नमः ॐ दयार्णवाय नमः ॐ श्री शोणाचलद्भूतस्कन्दाश्रमनिकेतनाय नमः ॐ सद्दर्शनोपदेष्ट्रे नमः ॐ सद्भक्तवृन्दपरिवृताय नमः ॐ गणेशमुनिभृङ्गेन सेविताङ्घ्रिसरोरुहाय नमः ॐ गीतोपदेशसारादिग्रन्थसञ्चिन्न संशयाय नमः ॐ वर्णाश्रममतातीताय नमः ॐ रसज्ञाय नमः, ॐ सौम्याय नमः, ॐ आत्मवते नमः, ॐ सर्वावनिमतस्थानाम् आराध्याय नमः, ॐ सर्वसद्गुणिने नमः, ॐ आत्मारामाय नमः, ॐ महाभागाय नमः, ॐ मातृमुक्तिविधायकाय नमः, ॐ विनताय नमः, ॐ विनुताय नमः, ॐ विप्राय नमः, ॐ मुनीन्द्राय नमः, ॐ पावकोज्वलाय नमः, ॐ दर्शनादरसंहारिणे नमः, ॐ मौनेन स्वात्मबोधकाय नमः, ॐ ऋच्चान्तिकरसान्निध्याय नमः, ॐ स्मरणात् मन्दमोचकाय नमः, ॐ अन्तस्तिमिरचण्डांशवे नमः, ॐ संसारार्णवितारकाय नमः, ॐ शोणाद्रीशस्तुतिद्रष्टे नमः, ॐ हार्दविद्याप्रकाशकाय नमः, ॐ अविच्युतनिजप्रज्ञाय नमः, ॐ नैसर्गिकमहातपसे नमः, ॐ कमण्डलुधराय नमः, ॐ शुभ्रकौपीनवसनाय नमः, ॐ गुहाय नमः, ॐ दण्डपाणये नमः, ॐ कृपापूर्णाय नमः, ॐ भवरोगविषग्वराय नमः, ॐ स्कन्दाय नमः, ॐ देवतमाय नमः, ॐ अमर्त्याय नमः, ॐ सेनान्ये नमः, ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः।
ॐ श्रीरमण भगवते नमः। श्री अष्टोत्तर शतनाम पूजां समर्पयामि। यस्थाणोररुणाचलस्य पदयोः स्मृत्या जनिं प्राप्यत दिव्यानुग्रह सुप्रवाह विवशस्तादात्म्यभावं गतः निष्ठस्वगभीर नित्यतपसा लोकान् पुनास्यैकराट् तस्मै श्रीरमणाय ते नम इदं लोकोत्तरज्योतिषे। नमो 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 रमण सदाशिव प्रभावर्ण नमो महर्षि नमो महर्षि दर्शन सुख मंगल मुख सकल जीव हित सम्मुख ब्रह्म संगिये सदा तुष्ट सदा हृष्ट सदा शिवानंद पुष्ट परम महर्षि ब्रह्मनिष्ठ समदर्शि नमो 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 रमण सदाशिव प्रभावर्ण नमो महर्षि नमो महर्षि ನಮ್ಮ ಮನವದೊಂದು ಕಾಡು ನೀನರಿತೆ ಅದರ ಜಾಡು ಹಿತವನರಿತು ನೀಡುತ್ತೆಮ್ಮ ಕೊರಿಯ ತಣಿಸಲೈ ಬೇಡಲೆಂದು ಬಂದ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿಯೇ ತಣಿವೆವಯ್ಯ ಮೂಡಿಗಾರನೇ ಹಿತವ ನುಡಿದು ಪೊರೆ ನಮ್ಮನು ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸಂಗಿಯೇ नमो 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 रमण सदाशिव प्रभावर्ण नमो महर्षि नमो महर्षि। बोलो भगवान श्री रमण महर्षि की जय।